It's April 14th, and the strange side of history awaits. Today, we have a sky filled with unexplained objects, a body assessed after centuries, and a storm that turned ice into weapons. Let's begin. On April 14th, 1561, as dawn broke over the quiet city of Nuremberg, Germany, something appeared in the sky that no one could explain. At first, it looked like distant shapes forming in the early light, but within moments, witnesses began to panic. Hundreds of strange objects, dark spheres, glowing crosses, and long cylindrical hollow tubes seemed to fill the sky. They didn't drift, they moved with purpose. Then they began to fight. It was described that objects were darting, colliding, and clashing violently above the city for nearly an hour. Some appeared to ignite midair, burning as they spiraled downward. Thick smoke followed them as they fell, towards the earth beyond the city walls. And just as it seemed to be over, something else appeared, a massive black sphere that hung silently in the sky. The event was recorded in detail by the woodcutter Hans Glaser, who believed it was a warning from the heavens. Today, some say it's a rare astronomical illusion. Others believe it was something far stranger that visited Nuremberg that morning. So, what do you think people really saw that morning? A rare illusion, or something we still don't understand? On April 14th, 1825, in a London lecture hall filled with candlelight, Augustus Botsey Granville stood before the Royal Society of London to present the first scientific autopsy of an Egyptian mummy. The body belonged to a woman, Eerie, a lady of the house, from ancient Thebes, dead for over 2,000 years. Years earlier, her wrapped remains were brought to England and slowly, methodically unwrapped over 6 weeks, inside Granville's own home. Layer by layer, the past was eventually peeled back. Her skin, her organs, and even traces of her life remained eerily intact. Unlike most mummies, her body had not been emptied, so she was still whole. Granville studied her in detail, her age, her body, and finally declared her cause of death, a massive tumor which he called an ovarian dropsy. But what made that April night truly disturbing was the atmosphere. The room was lit, but not by ordinary candles, but by wax taken from the mummy herself, burning and illuminating the room. For nearly 2 centuries, his conclusion stood, until modern scientists reopened the case and discovered that she hadn't died from a tumor at all, that she had died from tuberculosis. For me, the part that lingers is the candles, made directly from her body. On April 14th, 1986, over the skies of the Gopalganj district of Bangladesh darkened without warning, and then it began to fall. At first, it sounded like rain, distant tapping on rooftops, but within seconds, that sound turned to violence. People looked up and saw something impossible: ice. Not just small pellets, but massive, jagged chunks of ice crashing down from the sky with terrifying force. Witnesses would describe the hailstorm so large they could barely hold them. Some weighed over 1 kilogram, heavier than a brick, each one falling at deadly speeds. Homes made out of tin and thatch were shredded immediately. Roofs collapsed under the impact, and crops were flattened in seconds. Windows were shattered and vehicles damaged. And outside, people were caught in it. Some tried to shelter themselves with their hands. Others ran, only to be struck from above. The storm lasted minutes, but the damage was irreversible. 92 people died, and scientists would later explain it as a powerful updraft inside a thunderstorm, lifting the ice again and again until it grew monstrously large. For those who lived through it, it didn't feel like weather. It felt like the sky had turned against them. Imagine hearing rain and then realizing seconds later that the weather was here to kill you. Another day, another strange bite from history. Like, comment, and subscribe. Your next eerie dose is just a day away.